Hey friends and fellow crafters, today I'm going to show you how to quickly make something that could take a century to grow 1 inch to 1/4 of an inch. So let's go to the table and I'll show you how to make that in much less than a century. For this project I'm going to use some TP, a spray bottle with water in it, and a cheap cutting board. And I've got some white glue also. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some TP off, a couple sheets, and then spray it with the water. It's easier than trying to dip it in the water because it'll tend to disintegrate. So this makes it easier to handle. And now I'm going to kind of pinch that off. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the shape of a stalagmite. So I'm going to kind of pinch it, roll it, and get a rough pointy shape there till I'm satisfied. I'll just squeeze it and roll it till I'm satisfied. There we go. So I like it. So now I'm going to put a little bit of glue on that, and that'll harden that up so it won't fall apart when we use it at the table. And I have some left, so now I'll just do the same thing. Just make more shapes, glue them up, and I'll continue to do this until I have what I want. I have as many as I need. So there we go. Got another one. Just keep going. I'm trying to make different shapes and sizes too. Alright. So now I've got all mine finished, and you can see here I've got one that's a double one. I'll just cut that in half with the scissors when it's all dried up. But I'm going to put another application of glue on here, and this will harden these up quite nicely. And there, I've got them all done. So now you can see here I've got a cutting board, okay? And I'm gluing some of the stalagmites to the board with the hot glue. And this will help because I can get them in clusters that I want. And you'll see in the next part why I did this. But yeah, this is really nice to get them into the groups that you want, okay? So now I've got my TP, and I want to join these groups. I'm going to use my water. I want to join these groups together. And I've got some wisps there. Let me get those off. And I'm going to use toilet paper to do that. So I'm going to kind of wrap it around the group, spray it with water, and then squeeze it into shape. And I can add a little more if I need to, if I feel I need to fill it out a bit. Get the shape I want, and then I'll put some white glue on that, alright? And I'll just keep continuing around and doing the groups. So this is a nice way to get those groups together, right? To make them like a cohesive whole of one group. And that's why I did the hot glue to the board, because then I can stick them up and then wrap the base around the stalagmites like that. Okay. And see, I'm just adding glue, and this will harden up nicely, give them a nice solid base. And I got one last one here. So just finish that up. Add some extra to get it how I want it. And add some more glue, and it's good to go. So we'll let those dry up. Here's what they look like. Looking good. Alright, so they've dried up, and I want to add some more glue, just like I did with the stalagmites. This just really helps solidify the bases. And now they've all dried. So I want to get them off this cutting board. I'm going to use this scraper because I use the hot glue when I glue it to the board. Now I'm just gluing them to cardstock bases, cutting them out. I'm going to fill that edge in, and that'll blend it into the base very nicely. Okay, and also give a nice adhesion to the base. So here I've got one that I've got glued to the base. But what I want to do too is add a little bit of texture with the glue gun. So I'm going to pull it around the base and then up and down the stalagmites, and this will give them that kind of drip texture that's really nice because they've formed over such a long period of time. It gives them a nice texture to those pieces. Okay, now I'm going to use quite a few paints. I'm going to use a gray, a burnt sienna, a tan or coffee, and then an ivory. Okay, and I'm using these lighter colors because these things are formed by minerals that drip down, water that drips down over centuries from the cave ceiling. Okay, so now I'm painting on the gray very lightly, or very wet actually. Some burnt sienna, painted some tan or coffee, and then some. I'm using ivory actually, so I'm using ivory on the tops, and that's kind of simulating the minerals that are dripping down and forming these stalagmites. Okay, that's dried up. Now I want to use this pearlescent on it. I'm going to dry brush it on there, and that'll give a nice effect of the minerals. It'll really look nice and give it a little bit of a sheen. So there we go, all set, ready for your cave. Hey crafters, I hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you have, please give Scotty a like. If you would like to join with crafters who are like-minded, like to make cheap stuff for their table, make sure to join my Facebook group and my forum. And last but not least, go forth and craft.
Look at these pretty cave formations. Yes. These stalagmites and stalactites can take thousands of years to form with just dripping water. Yes. Roderick knows stuff.